All right, welcome everybody. This is continuation of our webinar series on social media marketing, and we have a bonus. We're going to be talking about AI, which is probably the next best thing since sliced bread, I guess. So this is Lance Luke here with Martin Pea, and I'm actually broadcasting from beautiful Princeville, Kauai, and I had a nice background of the mountain and the ocean, but the sun was shining in, so I had to close the louvers. So unfortunately, you don't get to enjoy the view. Only I do, but we're going to be talking about traditional marketing versus social media marketing. What's the difference? And it's going to be fun. And let's move on here. Okay. Let me skip a few slides. Okay, so why don't we do this webinar series? Well, we decided to do the presentation to help small business owners and entrepreneurs build, manage, and market online. That's why this is the Ask the Expert series, which is marketing experts. Today's topic is the question, is traditional marketing still an option? Well, some people may say yes, some people may say, well, we don't know. Some people may say, no, I don't do any traditional marketing. I'm only doing non-traditional social media stuff. And then some people may say, well, what is traditional marketing anyway? Like when you talk to the younger people, Generation Z, millennials and all that, they don't really know what traditional marketing is. They only know what marketing is, what they're doing. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and those kind of things. So the question is, what is traditional marketing anyway? The answer is traditional marketing is marketing of business or service, and it's the promotion before the invention of the internet. So what kind of media did you have before the internet became prevalent? You had reading newspapers or flyers or posters on a telephone pole, or word of mouth, networking, going to meetings, business meetings, attending seminars, trade shows. All that stuff is traditional marketing. Okay? Just remember, how did businesses promote before the internet came around, right? Salespeople knocking on the door-to-door salesmen, door-to-door salespeople at the office rather than your house, all those kind of things. And then these things are still around today. Newspaper, magazine, radio, television. They're still in use, and they're still used as traditional marketing methods. Although every single newspaper, magazine, radio, or television also went online. So not only is the daily newspaper printed, where you wake up in the morning before you make your coffee, you want to get your newspaper to read it. All that information is also online. So there's both a printed newspaper and an online version. Same way with the magazine. There's a printed magazine you get in the mail, and there's also your online version of that same magazine. Radio and television, same thing. You can listen on the radio show to the radio show using a radio, but you can also use it. You can listen to it on your phone or iPad or computer. Same way with television. So these mediums for marketing are still around after all these years, and they're still in use today. And the online version is still in use. So if you split the two and say, well, let's not look at the online version, the printed newspaper, magazine, the audio, radio, the audio and visual for the television, all are traditional marketing methods. So what happened over time is every single media company is basically offering both, right? And there's companies that no longer print magazines or newspapers, and they just went to online version because it's cheaper, it's easier, it's faster. Instead of waiting 2 weeks to get your magazine in the mail, or maybe 1 month, you can get it instantly. As soon as it's published, you can get the online version in your email right away. So that's the difference. Now, you may ask, well, I want to promote my business, so maybe it would be good to, so if you're not marketing locally, let's say you market your business nationally or internationally. One way to do it is to purchase a billboard space in Times Square, New York, because there's millions of people. So I call it the Times Square billboard ad scenario. And how much is that? Well, it may be $5,000, it may be $10,000. The other thing is you could spend maybe $5 or $6 million for a 30-second commercial that's aired at the Super Bowl time on television. But for small business owners, who has that kind of money? No one has that kind of money to be shelling out for these kind of things. And then it's not target marketing. You don't know who's available at that given time. Let's say you're running a billboard ad and the ad is 15 seconds or something. Out of the millions of people that run across your ad and they see your ad, some may see it, some may not. They'd be talking story or walking down the street on Broadway. They're not going to see. So the percentages start getting lesser and lesser. And then let's say you have 1,000 people that see your ad and you're advertising your bakery. How many people are actually going to go to your bakery or need that service or your product at that given time or maybe later? So it's just blanket marketing, which is not a very good use of your marketing money, right? Your marketing dollars. So because you don't have a target audience. So the key is you got to have identify who your audience is and direct your marketing, whether it's traditional or whether it's social media, to your target audience, right? So I was fortunate enough to be interviewed on Times Square today in New York, and on the marquee. It was fun. I was walking to the Hard Rock Cafe on Broadway in my coat and tie, and I saw my name on the marquee. I mean, talk about like, wow, this is pretty cool. I feel like a big celebrity. But, you know, all that costs money too. Fortunately, I didn't have to pay for the free advertising. But let's see what else we have. Traditional versus digital marketing. Digital marketing is just another term of social media marketing or any kind of marketing that's done over the internet. So here we have a retail store for younger people. On the left, if we look at the image, that's a poster inside the store, or it could be, actually, it looks like a poster in a subway area. Anyway, it's a public area. So the store pays money to rent that space to be able to, put their poster advertising, whatever store it is. It's kind of weird. Hopefully on the back, on the other side, it has the name of the store and everything. But that's traditional versus the digital marketing. If you look at the computer, if you look at the monitor, it's the exact same photo, right? So this is a difference between traditional and digital marketing. And remember, target audience, that's always the key. So as a small business owner, should you do like only one, like maybe traditional, or should you do only digital social media marketing, or should you consider doing both? Okay, so in thinking about whether you're going to do one, the other, or both, you have to look at your marketing budget. Okay? And then you also have to look at your target audience and what your ROI is going to be, what your return in your investment is going to be. If you spend $1,000 on an ad in a magazine and you're not hitting your potential market or potential customers, that's not really effective use of your marketing dollars, right? As opposed to if you identify your target audience, say using Facebook, and you can narrow down who you're going to market, who you're going to send your little ad that you make, right? Your posts, your Facebook posts. And there's demographics that you can choose by age, by maybe interests, male, female. You can narrow it down. So when you do have to pay for a Facebook ad, you're actually putting your ad in front of a better target audience that you identified rather than just do a blanket approach. Okay, so let's talk about traditional marketing. Traditional marketing is face-to-face meetings, going to trade shows, networking, going to seminars that pertain to whatever business you're in, and networking with other people. There's a lot of good that can come out of face-to-face meetings and networking and trade shows. And you get to meet people because it's personal, and they can also, meet with you. Now, that's the personal side. When you're doing social media, it's impersonal because you don't get to really see the person face to face. Although, if you keep doing it through newsletters, your emails, social media posting, texts, and so forth, blogs, webinars, if you keep doing it and consistently, people get interested, and you actually incorporate the know, like, and trust scenario. They don't necessarily have to know you in person, but they could know about you. And the more you do that, the better connection you're going to have. And don't just send out, blase newsletters or make boring social media posts. You have to make it exciting so that people, want to read about you, want to read about what you have to say. And they're more apt to read your newsletters, or when you send an email out, they're, confident that they're going to be interested in what you have to say. So you have to make it exciting. There's a whole art to the message, right? You have to tell your story. What's your story today? It can't be a boring story. So let's talk about some case studies from the marketing experts. So we have a musician, okay, who doesn't have enough money to put an ad in a magazine or a newspaper. So what does this musician do? He comes up with clips of music and he puts it on Facebook and Instagram. And he said, well, here's a clip of my, one of my songs. If you're interested, I'm available for hire. I play at wedding receptions, private gigs, restaurant, bars, and so forth. So this is a case where this musician is not using any traditional marketing at all. He's only using social media marketing. And then another musician is using a little bit of traditional marketing by visiting each venue that he would like to play at, and he drops by, and he, previously he put together a package of, promotional material. It could be a flyer he made, it could be a little CD he made of some songs, song lists, like his resume, all the places he played at before, and maybe some uh, referrals with some people that he had played at for before, with something that says, hey, this guy really did a good job at my wedding reception. You should consider hiring him for your venue, something like that. So that's the musician. And then we have another case where I consulted with this guy that has a beach rental equipment company. Well, it's not equipment, but he rents like uh, beach chairs, umbrellas, fins, snorkel equipment, boogie boards, that kind of thing. And so what he did was he contacted certain hotels, and they have the concierge service where you go in and say, well, I don't know, really what to do today. We're from Virginia. Can you like give us ideas? Oh yeah, you could do this. Are you interested in going on a helicopter ride? Or and they might say, well, no, we're interested in going to the beach, but we have no equipment. We're interested in snorkeling or whatever. So that concierge at that specific hotel would say, okay, I can arrange what you need, or you can contact this company directly. Okay, so that's what that guy was doing. And then I told him, why don't you like build a website and do social media posting and all that to people who would be interested in not only the people that are already here in Hawaii, but people who are planning vacations. So let's say they're going to Maui. So and it's not until 6 months from now, but they can go online and do a search and say, hey, look, there's a company here that would meet us at this beach and drop the equipment off, or I could go to the hotel and pick it up. Okay, so that's the beach thing. And so that guy is doing both traditional and social media and digital marketing. Here's another case study, a roofing contractor. He was actually putting notices in mailers. Okay, he was paying a company, putting notices in the mailers, and that's how he was getting leads, right? If you hire us, $500 off on a new roof, and there's a cute coupon and that kind of thing. And I recommended that in addition to that, he use more social media marketing. At that time, he was like old school. He didn't use Facebook or Instagram and all that. And I told him, you don't have to use it yourself. You could hire somebody to make the post for you and market that way. But it's better that you're on it yourself, and just to see what posts are being made for promoting your company.
And Atlantic Road.
Company. You don't have to engage. Just okay. So we have some EMM Lucky 7 tips, and EMM stands for Expert Media Matters, which is a entire full service digital marketing company and business consulting company that Martin and I run. And without going into a commercial, we'll leave that out. We're just sharing tips today based on our webinar. Is traditional marketing still an option? And the answer could be yes. The answer could be maybe. The answer could be no. It depends on what kind of small business you have and what kind of marketing you're doing. If you have a lot of money, you can do both and, pay thousands of dollars for ads in a magazine or newspaper. So here's your lucky 7 tips for today. Consider newspaper, magazine, radio, and television. Also, you may want to price a Times Square, New York billboard ad and compare the difference. Also, compare costs of traditional versus digital marketing. And then you can see, right away, I could tell you, you don't really need to compare because I've done it before. And traditional marketing is a lot more expensive than social media marketing. You may want to consider doing both. Remember, face-to-face meetings and trade shows, networking is very, very important. So even if you don't want to spend money on newspaper, magazine, radio, or television ads, spend some money attending seminars in whatever field you're in, or you have these Made in Hawaii trade shows, festivals, food and product show, those kind of things, if that's what your business is in. Okay, those are always good to meet people. And then also any kind of networking event that you could meet other people that are potential customers or clients, that's always good. Don't just think, I'm posting every day on social media, I don't need to go really meet face to face with these people. The situation here is that when the pandemic hit, everyone was locked down. And then somehow there was this concept of, well, we're slow to go out and meet people again. If you look downtown in different cities, it's almost like ghost towns. San Fran, even Honolulu. There's so much vacant space because people aren't going to their office anymore. They're working at home. Okay, so consider that. Social media posting. When I talk about social media marketing, I'm talking about newsletters, emails, social media posting, things that you use your computer for, right? Creating a newsletter, sending it out, emails. Also, you can have podcasts, blogs, or webinars. That's another thing. And then the last thing is use AI to your advantage. Everywhere you go, you're hearing all these stories and news reports about artificial intelligence, and it gets kind of confusing because it's like happening too fast. But the idea is to use it to your advantage if that's what you want to do. And that's what we're doing. And we can share a little bit about what we're doing in a little bit. So what you missed, we've given social media marketing webinars usually once a month, but we got excited because of our use in AI that we're doing twice a month now. But what you missed is we've given various topics on websites, I think book publishing, social media posting, videos, a whole bunch of stuff. If you go to our website, you can watch our videos on demand at any time, and there's a whole bunch there. There's also some freebies like takeaways, lucky 7 tips. We've got some books that we wrote you can download for free, and other good stuff. And what's coming up? What you may ask, well, what other webinars are you guys doing? Well, we decided to do specific webinars every month on artificial intelligence, how to use AI for your small business marketing. And then we have our other webinars that were scheduled, 50 video ideas for small business promotion. Can you imagine that? 50, not 10 or 20, but we decided to go for 50. And then lead generation using AI. And then our 50 best social media post ideas. So if you're stuck, like if you have writer's block, like you know, you keep talking about social media posting and all that, but I don't really know what to post. And I run out of ideas. Well, if you attend our webinar, we're going to give you 50 best ideas that we've been using and you can use too. And then small business marketing ideas. So not only social media posting, but other marketing. And then content creation. That's another webinar we're giving in the future. And then content is king. If you don't have content, you're not pushing out information. People are going to forget about you, you know, real fast. So you just got to keep your business name, your brand top of mind. So if you want to visit our website, if you need consultation, expertmediamatters.com, and then our website to go to webinars and get the free books and other handouts is askmarketingexperts.now.site. So don't forget about those two websites. They're two separate websites. So here's the Q&A time. You got questions, we got answers. So I have our phone number here and our email address if you want to email us. If you have questions that come up later, feel free to email us, reach out, and we'll be happy to get back to you. So right now, I'm going to see if Martin is still awake and see if he got any questions that came up on our Zoom platform. So Martin, are you around?
Yes, Lance, I am here. And hopefully you can hear me a little clearer than earlier. But yeah, we had a few questions come in earlier, and let me give you the first one. It is, what is the history of traditional marketing and how has it evolved over time? It's historian question.
Well, as you know, like in the early days, let's say the cowboy days, you had a little town, you know, maybe there was no real newspaper, or the newspaper came out once a month or something. So how did people advertise? They made a little poster and they nailed it to the a post, telephone pole, or whatever you call it, the horse's hitch thing. And that's how they advertised. That was the first form of advertising, right? Except, you know, word of mouth, of course. You may go into your general store and, hey, you know, I'm looking for a horse. And the guy said, oh yeah, that's funny. Somebody just came in and, you know, put a notice up there that they're selling a horse or something like that, right? So all this is happening early on. And it was basically word of mouth and these posters. And then eventually when the printing got popular, you printed ads in a newspaper, right? 10 cents for an ad or something like that. And it just snowballed into what happened in the last 20 years with people spending millions of dollars, big companies, on magazine ads, TV ads, and all that. That's why these big companies are, you know, getting all into the big marketing, and now there's a shift. These big companies now are all using AI, and I've done a lot of research. If you think about the top 50 companies in the United States or even the world, guess what? They're all using artificial intelligence. They hired people just to do that for their marketing. So that's how big this thing is. So I'm thinking we got to level the playing field. If these big companies are using AI, why can't small companies use AI also, right? So we can actually create social media posts and all that to look like it came from a big company. It's not that hard to do. So, and then, you know, to this day, social media posting, if you basically think what these big companies are doing and you try to copy them on a smaller scale, because we don't have millions of dollars in our marketing budget, we can basically do the same thing or similar at a way cheaper cost. Of course, you're reaching your target audience, right? And these bigger companies, like for example, Coca-Cola, right? Who's the target audience? They know, but they're blanketly advertising on TV, radio, magazines, and all that because they have the money to do that and they're reaching more people. So anyway, what else we got?
Okay, Lance, thanks for that response. The next question we have is, what are the differences between traditional and digital marketing, and which approach might be best for my small business?
Well, if you have a small business with a limited marketing budget, and there's a lot of solopreneurs, right? There's entrepreneurs and there's people who have their own company, and it may be family owned. There may be only one person running it, or it could be a husband and wife or a team, which is their family. They don't have a huge marketing budget, right? So you really gotta look into what marketing dollars you have and how you're going to spend it, right? So because a lot of these small companies, they don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to throw in to marketing every month. They're going to have to really pick and choose and see what the best return for their dollars are going to be, and try it. It's a trial and error situation. Try putting some social media posts on Facebook and Instagram and or LinkedIn, and then that's the free ones, and then try the paid ones. Maybe, use Google for Google ads and try those, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you test the market and see what kind of response you get, right? And so that's basically the key. If you had tons of money, you can just spend thousands of dollars on advertising in the local newspaper and all that. But the key is when you do that, you're not reaching your target audience necessarily. You're reaching like whatever their readership's going to be, right? So in order to really get the best bang for your buck, you want to know, right? Spend time researching who's my target audience for my specific product or service. What's the demographics, male, female, their age group, what they're interested in, and all that. And that's time well spent, right? Do all your research, and then you're going to have the answer. Here's your demographics. Here's who your potential clients are going to be. In this age group, what percentage of men and women, all that, right? Because that's important. You're going to want to market to those people. When you do, that's your target audience, you're going to get more return because people are interested. No sense spend money on promoting to people who really don't have a inkling to use your service or buy whatever product you're selling, right? So that's just dollars wasted when you do that. So anyway, hopefully that answered the question. Whoever asked that, if you have any other additional questions, just post it on the chat or Q&A on our Zoom platform, or if you're watching on Facebook, you can post on Facebook also.
Okay, Lance, thank you so much. The next question that's come in is, how can face-to-face meetings, trade shows, and other networking events be used to complement social media marketing methods?
I like that. Whoever answered that, whoever asked that, thank you, because I have a personal story. I have a construction management company, and every year, Martin and I have a booth at the trade show, which is the building expo. I think the real name is the Building Facilities and Property Management Expo. Anyway, every year we have our little booth there, and we meet potential clients, we meet current clients or former clients, and talk story with them and all that. And it's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So what we do is we put together our company brochure. We have several flyers. We have a drawing where you fill out the form, enter, and you can win $100 gift certificate to a restaurant or a gift basket. Anyway, that face-to-face meeting, there's no question about it. It cannot top social media posts or even paying money to put an ad in a magazine for property management or condo board members, right? So the ultimate is getting to meet people and getting them to meet you to see who we are, because otherwise they don't know, right, who we are. We never met in person. And that actually is, to me, the top way to market, right? And sure, yeah, sure, it costs a lot of money to do that, but the return is fantastic. Why is the return fantastic? Is because when we meet people and they're interested in us and they fill out the form, not only to win something, well, maybe some people just want to win, but we designed a form this year and it had like a bunch of questions, right? Check the box. Do you want to enter to win $100 restaurant gift certificate? Everyone's checking yes. Do you want to enter a free book club? We have a free book that we email to you every month, and it's about building and construction. And most of the people check that. And then there's also, you want to be on our webinar list and be notified of upcoming webinars, right? And so there's different things like that. Do you want a free building inspection? We'll go to your building and walk around, look around, and you can show us stuff that you want us to look at, and you get a free report. So we do all that as incentive. And what do we do with their names? They have to write their name, their telephone number, their building name, and their email address, right? And why do we ask for all that? Well, we got to know who they are, right? If their email address, we can't read their writing, at least we can read their phone number and call them and say, we just need clarification of your correct email address. Okay, and the email address is super important. Why? Because we build a database. So every trade show, we're getting names and emails, and that goes into our database. So right now we have like between 4,000 to 6,000 email addresses, right? And that's a gold mine. You might ask, well, what do you do with the emails? Oh, okay. We put together our own newsletter. And when the newsletter is finished, right, we use a email database program that creates the newsletter. And at a push of a button, 4,000 people receive our emails. That's the use of our email addresses, right? So you capture. So the idea is you get as many email addresses as you can, because that's a gold mine. And if we have the next book, we do the same thing. Thank you for subscribing to our Book of the Month Club. Here's your free ebook on whatever the subject is, right? So that's gold to us. Years and years of building up that database that no one else has. It's only us. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question. What else we got?
Yeah, you answered that very well, Lynn. Thank you. The last one we get here is, can you provide any case studies of businesses that have successfully combined traditional and digital marketing methods using AI? And what lessons can be learned from their experiences?
Aha, AI question. All right. So I have several companies, and this is a personal answer from me. I have several companies and several brands. One of them is my construction management company, and it's known, that brand is National Building Expert. Okay, so my team uses AI to create social media posts and images. And every week, social media posts is made on that account to promote that brand. Similarly, I have an expert witness division, and every week social media post goes out promoting my services, and the social media post is created using artificial intelligence, AI. In the past, I used to make these posts on my own, and it took so long that I basically was posting maybe once every 3 months or so, right? So that's the difference. This whole thing is streamlined using AI, and using AI, we're able to create not only a social media post, but a blog post. So at the same time, a blog post goes out on the website, and then a post goes out on social media. Um, what platforms? It's going out to Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And then our company, Expert Media Matters, we're doing the same thing. We're using AI to generate both a social media post and a blog post. So that's the use of AI. And can you imagine, before we started using AI, we're getting, so many views, and now the views has gone up like double, triple, 4 times, 5 times, depending on the subject. So that's really happening. So um, I always like to talk about the use of it because it's very inexpensive, and you don't have to pay thousands of dollars now for somebody to actually write posts for you. You can just use your computer. So any other questions we have at this time, Martin?
Lance, no, that's all we had from our viewers this time. But,
Okay.
more to come, I'm sure.
All right, so let me continue on. Use AI to your advantage. Now we're getting really heavy into talking about AI. So let me share this. So the question is, use AI, no wondering why. Well, that could be a question, it could be a statement. And like I said before, well, maybe I didn't mention it, but on previous webinars, you can use AI to generate websites. You can use AI to create your email list for lead generation. Every business needs leads, right? If you don't have leads and you don't have contacts in your pipeline, you're gonna just sit there and go, well, where's my customers, right? How do I sell my product? How do I get people to use my services? You got to keep generating leads all the time, new leads, fresh leads. Use AI for social media posting, blog content, and so much more. I've been advising clients, business consulting clients, to use AI to create their business plan and marketing plan. And don't just use AI and whatever you get, that's what you use, right? You have to get that draft, and it's a first draft. So for instance, let me talk about social media posts. So we get a social media post back, and we have to tweak it. You can't just use it unless the AI knows exactly what you want, right? And you have to review it before it gets sent out, right? So there's still a human factor involved, right? There's a human factor in inputting the data, right? Asking AI the right information. If you ask wrong information, you're just going to get wrong information back, right? So there's a whole key into prompting, and that's why these big companies are hiring prompting engineers. And what is that? Prompting is the person who asks AI the questions to get the response. If you don't prompt, ask the correct question, you're just going to get a bunch of stuff back that you can't use, right? So the more specific your question is, the better. And that's prompting. And that's going to be big, right? So Martin, I'd like to turn this over to you so you can talk more about the AI and how to use it. So let me stop this share screen and let you take over. Are you ready?
I am ready. Okay,
Okay, I see you.
you ready for me to share screen? Okay, let's see if I've got it. Yeah. And
Sorry, I thought I went over my time limit.
no problem, no problem. Let's see. Make sure you've got my screen. So do you see my screen now?
Yeah,
Okay, well, here we go. Well, first of all, you've done such a good job explaining everything and what to do with AI. I don't need to do too much except to, right now, just share what we're doing with the AI. I think that's the best. But let me just kind of give you our definition of what is AI marketing. And there's all kinds of talk about what AI is, but our focus is on what AI marketing is. And for us, it's a better way to market your business. It's marketing powered by AI, especially for leverage. It's your business marketing assistant or a new virtual assistant for you. And it's especially a simplified marketing for anyone to use with proven marketing strategies and best practices to follow, especially small business owners, which is most of our audience. And so finally, for us, AI marketing, it's instant AI marketing with the best small business support team and leaders and software systems that the world has today. And that might be a big statement, but it actually is a true statement. So Lance, I know we talked about, let me explain what you see here that I put on our screen. And this is our partner team, Nowsite, that we're doing all of this amazing work with. And this is basically the dashboard and the system that we use. And it's all based on AI. And right down here, I have the AI button. And everything starts here in AI marketing with AI. And there's the feature that you were talking about, the chat that lets you ask the questions like, do a marketing plan for me, or draft me a marketing plan for my contractor business. And you'll ask that prompt. That's what Lance was talking about, the prompts here in the chat, and it'll give you AI leveraged response to your question or problem or whatever you pose to it. So as Lance says, the key is the quality of your prompt will determine the quality of your results that you get from the AI marketing system, and especially the one that we use. So that's in essence where AI marketing all starts, with your chat and your prompt. And this process transcends the whole system that we're using here. So Lance, you'd asked me about a contractor, general contractor, marketing for them. So is that something you wanted me to pursue as an example, just to show how and the power of what the system can do for you? So if that's what you still want me to do, I can proceed with that.
Yeah, thank you. I have like 5 contractors that I'm working with that are interested in. They're old school. They're not using social media at all. Some not at all. Some they are using it a little. They're not using AI at all. So they're interested in, like, oh, what is this all about, right? What they're telling me is I'm in the field, right? Pouring concrete or hammering, using a nail and setting up a building. I'm not into all this whatever social media stuff. So I piqued their interest. So they're interested in knowing how this whole thing works, right?
Okay.
Without having them to do extra work in,
Well,
trying to market. They don't have enough hours in a day they're out in the field working. They said, I don't have 2 hours to be posting stuff. I don't even know how to use Instagram or Facebook. So,
Well,
yeah,
that's
they're
good.
interested in what you have to say. So, go for it.
So this is where everything starts for a new business. Actually, I developed one here for a general contractor, and I won't show you that. I want to really show you what it would take to build a general contractor AI marketing business. So let me add new. Okay, and let's just say Lance Luke. General contracting or general contractor, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the simple or maybe as difficult as it gets is identifying the business. And I did this last time too. For some reason I get that. My finger skills can be improved. And then it's just a matter of some description of that business that they have. But I can give you the simplest one and basically describe the main product is general contractor.
Well, can I interrupt?
Sure.
You can add in home remodeling and renovation.
General contractor. Okay, this is the products and services that they provide. General contractor, home and remodeling.
Home renovation and remodeling.
Home renovation and remodeling. And remodeling. And this is about as much as your general contractors would need to provide to get their AI marketing started. So we have Lance Luke general contractors. Okay, I'll use that as just an example of the business name. And the simple description like this is all you need to get started. General contractor, home renovation, and remodeling. And yeah, I'll just leave it there. You can put as much or as little as you want in here, and then let's create first a business profile. We just need to kind of get a sense of what is this business, what do they do, and how do we want to present it to the public. So what this is doing is helping create a business profile for this particular general contractor business that Lance Luke is now starting, that does home remodeling, renovations, and remodeling. So, and what the AI is doing its what it does best, building a profile that will best describe your business. And so what you get here now is not just the name and name product, but it now has a complete description of the business. And let's just look at that first. It says Lance Luke, general contractor, specializes in delivering top-notch home renovation and remodeling services, transforming your living space into the customized, functional, and aesthetically appealing dream home you've always desired. Leveraging years of experience, we proudly offer comprehensive consultation, design, and construction services for both interior and exterior projects. Ooh, where did, oh, here. All completed within budget and your desired timeline. Our highly skilled professionals strive to understand your vision and requirements, focusing on details such as space optimization, energy efficient material selection, and on and on. I can read the whole thing, but I mean, this is a lot more descriptive and probably a little more complete, or a lot more complete than our general description. So the AI helped you build this description of your business. And this is actually now the beginning of your brand. It's not only your business, but your brand. And so the AI also recommends fonts for your particular brand related to your particular industry. And Montserrat and Roboto, which are these fonts for all your content. And it also recommends brands, primary and secondary brands to use for your business. So it's doing all the hard work of creating a digital presence for you right here. And it even provides you keywords: home renovation, remodeling services, kitchen upgrades, bathroom remodels, outdoor enhancements. And so these are the keywords that it creates. So the AI virtual assistant that you have here is helping you to build quality content for your business. And that's the core of where it starts. And from this point on, your business brand continues to be built as you do the strategies of the websites, marketing, or the social marketing, or everything else. So it's quite comprehensive. And I'll just do one more step because I know we're limited on time. And it's once you have your brand established, then the next thing we can do is start building the marketing AI, digital marketing content. So we have our marketing section here, and you can add new. So I'm going to add a new website. Okay, and we're going to pick the profile, the business we're going to build the website for is Lance Luke, General Contractor. And then the name of the business is Lance Luke. Lance Luke, General Contractor. If I can type it right. And then the tone of this website is you can select as you wish. And any particular tone of your website that you'd like, Lance?
Yeah, I like the friendly.
Friendly. Okay. Oh, try that again. Friendly. You can also pick multiple. You know, if you want it to be friendly but professional, and I use this a lot. Professional yet friendly. And depending on the business and the the tone you want. But yeah, we'll do that. And let me just finish this up. Just want to copy this so that I have this as the name of your URL, and I paste it in. So it's General Contractor. I just got to take out spaces out of this thing, so it's a nice valid URL or address for Lance Luke, General Contractor. And then we're just going to create a website today, but you can actually create a sales funnel and create a landing page that you can use in your marketing. And for those like yours that aren't familiar, you and I know that that's what we're also here for, to help them implement these as part of their business. So let's build my AI website, okay? And that's what we're going to do here. So our AI is now building us a website, and it's telling us what it's doing. It's choosing the best layout for your business. And this will take about 60 seconds. It's generating a beautiful banner.
I like to see this.
Yeah, this is really telling you what goes on behind the scenes, or what I used to do manually, writing a paragraph about your business. And this is what every website builder is needing to do, but they're doing it with a lot of time, energy, and effort. Yeah, adding some services for your business. And this is all the basics of building for any business or any website. Yeah, it's writing positive testimonials, because your website should reflect testimonials and develop your relationship marketing there. It's adding a lead capture form so that you can start building your list of interested parties in the audience. It's integrating responsive design for mobile, so it's mobile friendly design website. See, this is all the things that you would need to explain otherwise. It's implementing search engine optimization, or SEO. And this is all the technical stuff that most businesses like your friends aren't interested in yet. Adding website user analytics, so you can kind of have some idea of how your website is performing. And then So this is good. And so now it's in that stage. Okay. And so now we have Lance Luke, general contractor. So let me just save this and preview it. And now here's Lance Luke, general contractor, transforming your home, elevating your lifestyle. And here's about Lance Luke. I know that's not Lance, but we can easily change that image to Lance. And here's some testimonials. And because there's a lot of remodeling in their process, it shows images of remodeling. And so these are testimonials that you can replace with your own, or use them and find Jessica M. and the rest of them and ask them for their testimonials on your great business. Here's that contact form that's used for them to add to your list. And here's the services: interior renovations, exterior remodeling services that you provide. And meet the team, and you can use this. So this gives people more confidence. You know, all the content here is to help you build your business with the right strategies and content, and that's exactly what the AI builds for you. So that's your website, Lance, today. I know we're going a little bit over time, so
If I scroll all the way down to the bottom,
all the way to the bottom. Okay, services, meet the team.
oh, okay. No, that's good. I mean, the thing cranked it out really fast.
Yeah, and the thing is to keep in mind, and this gets us back to the system and the technical side. Where am I? Oh, wrong one. So this is actually in the platform, and images can be changed. This is where they would be changed. Content can be changed. You know, you have your testimonials that for your business, especially if you're talking about your existing clients or customers, general contractors in your case, Lance. And so this can be updated and personalized. And that's the whole point. This is a real personalized website and the beginning of your personalized presence online. And you can even add information on here besides getting their name and email here. You can also add phone number. You can add other fields of data that you might want to capture to contact your audience, interested audience. And I think those are the main things that you need to understand. It's what's created isn't cast in stone. It's very editable and changeable, and you can customize it even more to your liking. So
Okay, good. Good. I like that. I'm pretty impressed at how fast it was, because it's a basic template that can be revised and changed, but at least that's a pretty fast start. So
it's a start.
good.
And see, that's the savings. It's for most of your contractor friends, I'm sure if they've tried to digitize, become digital, the problem has been what we know the problem is. It's the complex and an expensive process, but now it's not. That's what AI marketing is doing. It's taking away the complexity, it's taking away the high cost, and making it available for anyone and everyone, which is what I mentioned in the beginning, but especially for small business. This is a small business, Mary.
All right, great. So appreciate everybody attending this webinar, and please sign up for the next one. Thank you, Martin. Also, want to add in to those small business owners or business owners who are located in Hawaii. We're developing a online business directory called Hawaii. It's called Best Hawaii Business Directory. And if you're interested, everyone gets a free listing. So we haven't even really rolled it out yet, which should be next month. And we're going to be the biggest online Hawaii business directory there is. So it's going to be big. So stay tuned. There's a lot of upcoming information, and yeah, that's it for now. So I know we went a little over time, but thank you, Martin, and thanks everybody for attending. And we'll see you at the next webinar. The next webinar, I won't be broadcasting from Kauai, unfortunately. So anyway, all right, we'll see you again. Thank you. Aloha.
Okay, Lance, thank you.